New notification from Amazon Music. Hello, sleeping deeply. Copy hello, sleeping deeply. Amazon Music window.
Right, hello, welcome along to the stream. Let me just test the audio levels and then we will get going with all the stuff that we're doing. Right, audio levels seem good. Right, are we doing okay? Yes, we are. Although it's... Oh, okay, let's just OBS. Let me unmute Team Talk. Right. There we go, that's off. Can you just put something in the chat, Marshall? Because I put something in and it didn't read it out, but I don't know if that's just because I don't think it reads my messages.
Yeah, 1 second.
It's definitely live anyway. Right. For some reason this is running slow, and it seems to be because it's short playing is running, but I can't see it running. It's not open anywhere, just in the open programs there. Anyway, we'll go with it. So we're going to test a pilot that's live out today. I downloaded it and had a look at the airline contracts that were available. I got one from BA cityflyer and I think there was a few others, but they were the one I chose because...
Okay, I just put something in.
Alright, I'll see if it reads. Hopefully they haven't broken it again. But yeah.
If they've broken it again, then they'll get screamed at.
BA cityflyer were the only ones that were offering jets around the UK and where we fly in general, so I accepted theirs. So we're in the Embraer E190. Shut up. We're in the Embraer E190 going out of London City and across to Alicante. I am scheduled to do the return on a pilot's life, but I don't think we'll be doing that this evening. This is more just a test to see how it all goes. Right. Let me see what's going on with Restream chat here, because nothing is... Right, let me restart it completely. It was working on the last version, they've updated it again. Right. That is restarted. Is it showing my chat? Okay, it reckons it is. Alright. I'll put something else in now it's restarted. It should at least display it here. It's open, waiting for new messages. Connected channels. Okay. Shouldn't be showing anything though. Settings.
Yeah, probably broken it again there in there.
Yeah, that's so bad. Notifications is where TTS is. Oh, okay. It's because the box was unchecked, so they obviously unchecked it in the update. Right. So now I've enabled it. Let's go out of you. Do I have to save or not? Are you gonna work or what? Another test.
Test.
There we go. Right, it's reading it in text to speech. They still haven't added names, but we've got text to speech. Right. Well, that fixed one problem. So anyway, over to what we're actually doing. Here it is on Project Fly. So the first thing we'll do is go and export it. Flight Sim X export. And we'll also pull up the briefing because we're going to need that to do our routing. We are cruising at 340. Well, I don't know what SimBrief was doing. It wanted me to go to 34, 35, 36 and 37. All in the space of about 2 hours, so we'll just go to the low one. Right. So... Oh, okay, we're actually going out of, 1 second, let me check on a pilot's life where it wants me to go. Because the only project flight I had was out of Manchester for this, but I can't remember whether... Let me just check on the pilot's life whether we're going out of Manchester or London City. I think it was London City, but it could have been Manchester, which isn't a problem really. Because I can just move the thing, but... Flights.
Why am I getting French ATC in Jersey?
Dunno. Start next flight. Okay. Alright.
Menu. Symbol of the pilot's life row 1 column 1. Menu. Start flight button. No next. Export flight data checkbox not checked.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so we don't want to do any of this.
SDW flight map. Button zoom in.
Why
Button
is
zoom
this
out.
being
Windows
so
mapping.
laggy?
56.7% RAM use. CPU 45.5%. SD.
Click current flight to get your current flight.
Oh, you can just click there, can you? Okay. I think it's being laggy because it's trying to load a map. Someone said it was laggy. Oh, come on, I'll pilot this line. This is a good start.
If this is It's Your Plane, then whoever
Loading NVDA.
developed it will just...
Yeah, I don't know why It's Your Plane showed as being open. That was weird. Right.
Simple world of pilot. Script error. YS button multiple Y. Script error.
Oh,
Button
script
N button
error.
YS button multiple. N button multiple N.
crashed.
Thing. Menu. Simple world of pilot. Row 1 column 1.
Yeah, let me get rid of it and restart it. But that's okay because apparently you can just click
Simple
on
world of pilot. Row 1 column 1.
current flight. Go away.
PDF 1 built.
Right.
Folder view list of pilot flight launch.
Hopefully it's going to let me log in now because I've had it before where it won't let me log in again for 15 minutes because it reckons I'm still logged in.
Simple world of pilot flight. Password edit selected when flight
Right.
protected. Login button.
Log in. Okay, it's going to let me log in, yeah.
Current contract button.
Right.
Stop current contract.
So,
Bottom current. Your Zoom button. Screen review current. Career progress. Current contract. Land. BA cityflyer. Land. Junior. Land. Current. Junior first officer. Career progress. Junior first officer. 0 hourly salary.
that's the hourly salary.
Land. Dashboard flights. Land. It's time for a new event. Dashboard flights. Current flight job market.
Right, so current flight, because that should go to the new one.
Select aircraft. Select aircraft.
Yeah,
12%.
don't tab into the map area.
Oh, it's the
For
map
screen
area.
readers, it's Lag City.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. That's what I did wrong
Select
there.
button. Select aircraft button.
Right, okay.
SDW flight map button.
So then we go...
SDW flight map document. Zoom button. Zoom up button.
Uh-oh.
Button. SDW.
Hang on,
SDW
we're in
flight
Lag
map.
City
Button. Zoom
again.
in.
Go
SDW.
away. I don't want the map. Go
SDW
away.
flight. SDW flight map. SDW flight map.
Problem is, it's not tabbing out of it. Come on. Oh, hang on, I think it's crashed again. Yeah, this map is bad.
Use screen review in that dialog.
Get rid of it.
Oh, right, you have to use it in
Put
this
it
one as
there.
well. Right, okay.
Script error. YS button. NO button. YS button. Thing. Menu. Simple world of pilot. Simple world of pilot flight.
I mean, I get why they've put it there, but clearly it's...
To avoid getting into the map area,
List of pilot flight launcher.
Right, I got you, okay.
Pilot flight launcher.
Yeah, so by tabbing you get into the map area, so we've got to use screen review in all and this one as well. Right, okay.
Name mother unknown.
Let's try this
Simple world of
again
pilot flight.
then.
Password edit selected. Edit first. Login button.
Log in.
Current contract button.
Right.
Current contract. Screen. Career. Current contract. Your land. BA city flight. Land. Junior first. Land. Land. It's time for a new. Sim. Top. Simple world of pilot. Land. Dashboard flights. Current flight.
Right, so current flight, take us to that one.
Current flight button pressed. Select aircraft button 12%.
Right.
Flight progress. Select aircraft.
Right, so if we now, we've got to select the aircraft that we want to use from the fleet for BA cityflyer.
OK button. Cancel button. OK button.
What?
Data grid view table. Row 0 row. Row 0
Oh,
not
okay,
selected.
we go.
Row 1 row. Row 1 wheel selected. Red number row 1 DLC YD selected.
Okay.
ICAO row 1 100. Aircraft model row. ICAO row 1 170 selected. Row
Okay,
0
so these are the
row
Embraers.
0
We
ICAO row
want
170 selected.
a
Row
190
4 row
because
ICAO
that's
row
what
170
we're
selected. Row 5 row
in.
ICAO row 170 selected. Row 6 row ICAO row 170
it's
selected.
not the
Row 7
map
row
that
ICAO
is
row
the
170
problem.
selected.
It is JavaScript and the way NVDA reads web pages and it's a huge image.
Yeah, it just lags it to hell.
Red number row IDHK selected.
Right.
Type row wheel selected.
Now, how do we actually select this one? Can I just click on it or...
Real FHDL. Real IDHK 109. Real FHDLK 100. Type row 9 wheel. Row 9 row. Type row 9 wheel selected. Row 9 row real FHD. Data grid view table. No previous. No next. Data grid view win. Select aircraft window. Cancel window. OK window.
Oh yeah, we've got to go to
Okay.
OK, have we?
No objects inside. No next. No previous.
Right.
Alicante. Change aircraft. Alicante Local. Wheel. Arrival. Manchester.
Yeah, we are out of Manchester, so I need to move the
Change
aircraft. That's alright.
Change
Right, so
aircraft.
change aircraft, that's
Flight progress.
fine.
Dispatch. Optional.
Sim brief we don't need to do because I've done it anyway through Project Fly.
Start flight speed distance to it.
Start flight.
0793 NM.
Blah,
Altitude
blah, blah.
max. 51
Now, do I have to do anything here or does this start when the engines are on? I think I tick that in the settings. I can check, but it should.
longitude.
I take it this should just
Export flight data.
go.
EDCC 171. 0.
Right.
FDLP. Within project Flyer 1. Restream chat row. General flights in. Ops 23. Amazon Music. Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Row 2. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Right, let me go to this music.
Simple
Close
flight.
Amazon
FDLP.
Music.
Within project. Restream chat row. General flights in. Ops 23. Amazon Music. Row 2. Amazon Music. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Right.
Recognizing result document. Land. Microsoft Flight Simulator. End flight dialog. End. Microsoft
It's
Flight.
perhaps easier to do it through.
Recognizing result. Land. Microsoft Flight Simulator.
What's going on
Menu.
here?
Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Tick.
Oh.
Recognizing result document. Land. Microsoft Flight. Microsoft. Recognizing. Land.
Trying to
Microsoft.
get into
End flight dialog. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
I want
Recognizing result
world.
document. Land. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Okay, we'll do it the
It
other
should
way.
start when engine started.
Oh, okay,
If
right.
it doesn't, it will give an error and tell you to click Start Flight, which you can tab to.
Right.
Recognizing result document. Land. Microsoft. Recognizing result. Land. Microsoft Flight. End flight dialog. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Right, we'll do it the other way
Main
then.
menu bar. Activate. Flight. World. Invoke. World menu. Activate. Time and seat. Go there. Invoke. Unavail. ETLC land. E.
Right.
A202 small.
Just put it at a random gate.
Dialog. Loading terrain data. Graphic.
Are you running the updated scenery, or are you just running the default?
No, I'm not running updated scenery. It's got the correct runways.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
We're just on a random stand that it's
Menu. Microsoft Flight
got in the
Microsoft Flight Simulator
default.
X.
Right. Let me actually go and turn the sim up a little bit.
Unknown. Unknown. Context menu. Trouble. Sound. Trouble. Open volume. Unknown.
It's just got the
What sounds
avionics
are
at
in
the
there,
minute.
Embraer?
Dialog line 1. Volume for light. Dialog Mozilla.
I'm
Volume.
trying the
Volume for
TSS
Microsoft Flight.
ones.
Volume for Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Slider 6. Volume for Microsoft 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, I think if I remember,
Email
they're
Project Flyer Open.
they're good
Microsoft Flight
sounds.
Simulator. Simulator Pilot. PDF 1 billion.
Good.
PDF. Zoom. Click on page 1. OFD.
Right.
SPD change.
So I'll tell you what, let's
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
go.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X. FS Grant. Map 1. AC1 plan. AVO. Top. Plan tools. L. Plan. Context. Open. O. Open dialog. EN2E01. XM01. X01. XL0. X01. PL. XL0. XL01.
That's the one.
XL01. FS Grant. Map 1.
Right, that's imported.
I'm still.
Map 1. 113.
Yeah, I do have a hard time getting used to flying their Embraer 145 and 35s though, because it has like the wind of a 777, but the engines of an Embraer.
Right, I don't know whether I've flown this aircraft, so let me check. Okay, it's got it as a 170, but doesn't matter. Cruising, what's it got as the Mach? Yeah, I mean that'll do.
I don't think there is much wind in those.
Oh, okay, well, that's good then, because usually the TSS ones are a bit loud. Right, so now that's done, let's go and have a look at the routing. Times.
Is Pilot's Life gonna load passengers and play sounds, or is it just an ACARS thing?
No, it's not. It doesn't do that. It's just, well, I guess it's kind of like a virtual airline, but it's not, because obviously you choose. It's like a pilot's career.
Yeah.
Right. So this has got us going 2-3 left, then just direct to Asmin. Interesting. I mean, I doubt they'd do that, but let's have a look.
Dialog remaining. Preview level 0. Level 1 article. RW Y 23 object 34 level 1. Use flight menu. XL 01 FS ramp.
Right.
Dialog remaining. Preview RW Y 23 object.
I'll leave it like that for now and have a look at it in a minute for the routing, but then on arrival, because I'm going to do this manual, I'm not bothering with auto routes because they just seem to cause issues. They want us on the Astro 2 Lima and then on to runway 10.
XL 01 FS ramp. Dialog remaining. Preview RW. Wallow. RW. Federal 10 310 2003. Federal Route 10. Course 310. All FT 22,360. KTS 281. Leganem 23.2. Time 245.22.
Go to
Fuel
the
OBS.
route thing and then
All FT.
down here.
Leo route degrader. Course.
Okay.
Prop. For Astro. ID. AC. AVO. FRS article. 1 after. FRS article list. Article list tab. FRS tab. SARS tab selected.
Let's see if we add
SARS.
a star, if it'll add the runway automatically.
1 after minute wheel. FRS article list. AVO.
Okay, it's going to be weird anyway.
Article list tab. Article list. Preview level 0. Level 1 article Y10 check 1 of 2.
Right.
Use flight plan.
So we want runway 10, which is
XL
fine.
01 FS ramp. Dialog remaining. Preview level 2 RW. ID AC1. Star S FRS. FRS. Star S tab. Star S. Preview level 0 Alicante.
Right, here we
Level
go.
1 Expo Collect 1. Extended. Level 2 ASTR 2K10 ASTR 2L10 level 2. Sorting by ETP associated with flight planner.
Right, that's the correct
Signal 0 1
thingy. Now, see, I'm wondering whether we should add an approach, but I'm going to go and have a look at what we've got in here.
ASTR FRS RW list. FRS tab.
If we go to the approaches tab,
Traffic 12 o'clock, less than 1 mile, fly B-8.
You can press
It's a big
Control
place.
Tab interviews to toggle between approaches, runways, SIDS, and stars.
oh yeah, okay, yeah, makes sense. I was using screen review and then going on to the where you'd got whatever it said approaches, and then doing the MVDA shift left and right to move. But you can also do it that way, yeah.
List full star ASTR.
See, like this says,
Descent to 10,000 FT above Cross Astro.
so descent to yeah,
Direct to Marco.
direct to
Direct to
that.
All AC 220 KTS.
And then it's just 220, and then you see the thing is here we can either leave it so that after this point here on the approach
Direct to All AC
is
220
Filner
KTS.
at 220, FS Tramp will just manually bring us in there, which is probably what I'm going to do. In theory, I guess we could go and add an approach.
260 feet. Film. Prop. 40. Direct. ID. AC1. 80. Marco. Star SR. 1 half per minute. Star SR double list. FRS tab selected.
Yeah, I need to bring it back to that. Oh, 1
Sorry,
second, it's because I've...
Star S. FRS tab select. FRS.
Yeah, it's the thing. The only thing, Tramp is actually pretty good with the focus in FSX, but the only thing that the issue that you have is you can't shift tab, whereas you can in
1 half per minute wheel. Star SR.
P3D.
Marco. Star SR double list. FRS tab selected.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to
Star
work.
tab.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can just leave it as this. You what?
Star S. No previous.
I've seen that where you can't
Audible list.
shift tab. I managed to get
Audible list.
myself into a situation yesterday where I needed it.
Yeah,
No next.
it's weird.
Equal 0 1 FS ramp. Dialog remaining. Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Equal 0 1 FS ramp.
Oh, it might show me now. Are they just going to put me back on the approach
Dialog
description?
remaining. List direct to All AC 220 KTS.
Yeah, I think so. And you can't shift tab back. That's annoying.
Film ASTR 200.
Because
AC.
we could then go and add an approach like an ILS from there.
ID. AO. Marco. Star SR double list. FRS tab selected.
But
FRS.
we don't need to. Trying to see if I can get it to put me back in the list.
Star S.
Can you see the?
FRS
Can you
tablet.
see anything with screen
FRS.
review? What's going on
1 half per
there?
minute. Star SR. Marco.
There's
AC1 channel.
parts of it.
Alt. 46 degree. Proc. ASTR 249. Film all. 260 feet. AC 200. Film ASTR 200. Desk. 0 feet slash min. CD10Z. KTS.
Yeah, there's
0 CD. KTS.
that
UR
looks
10.
like a
0
part
KTS.
of an approach.
CD total 1300.
Anyway, that's
Zero
alright, we don't need to add an
Zero.
approach. We can just go manual. So it'll fly that
Zero.
approach with the star rather with the restrictions, and then from the end of that it'll just take us in manually to the runway, which is fine. We don't have to do an approach. So then let me go and check
KTS. UR 10 100.
I need to get back up here, don't I, to
200.
the
Film all. AS. Proc. 46 degree. Proc. Can tab selected.
plan thing.
Plan. ID route. Direct. Alt. 4. Proc. ASTR 240. Route ASTR 2. Course 149. Alt FT 34,000. KTS 281. Leg NM 5.5 times 02158. Fuel OBS 1282.3. Fill it all. Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Equal 0 1 FS ramp.
Oh, is it still going to put me back in
Dialog
the
remaining. List
description
direct to
of
All AC
this?
200.
No, we
Fill
don't
AS.
want to be there anymore.
Fill
You're in
ASTR
the
2.
plan
Fill
tab.
ASTR 2. Fill route ASTR 2. Course 149. Alt FT 31,610. KTS 281. Leg NM 9.1 times 02046. Fuel
Oh,
OBS
here we go, right.
1211.8. Property.
That's fine. I can go back up to the top because what I want to check is
ETCC route R23L. Alt
so that's 2-3 left, and then
SMIM route
it's just going direct to
KTS.
ASMIM. I mean, I can leave that in. It's not a problem. I could probably go and add a departure, but SimView's given that, and it's just easier. Yeah, we'll just go with it. Whatever. There are departures from there because I've flown them, but whatever.
Equal PDF 1,506. Equal
Right.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
So pilot's life's there. That, I'll check that started once we've done engine start. We'll go fly now on here on Project Fly. This reckons it's 908. Right. So, we're there. So let's start engines first. See, the issue that I have with this aircraft on departure and arrival is that it's the only Embraer I can find, and it's a freeware one, so it has no payload. It has fuel, but it has payload, and the only thing it has in the payload is one station, so it's not properly balanced with, you know, like front and rear and whatever. So
yeah,
it doesn't do so well on takeoff and landing because it just doesn't fly well. But it's the only Embraer there is, so we're kind of stuck with it. Right, so that's us started up. Let's go and see if this works. Oh, looks like it because it's saying cancel flight, so... Yeah, good. So, okay, this interface is kind of messy, but it is logging the flight, so that's fine.
47.6% RAM used, CPU 57.5%.
Okay. Right, so let's skip to the runway.
Dialog remaining. Property page remaining. List ETCC. Context. Skip to US. Microsoft Flight Simulator. XL 01 RAM. Dialog remaining. Property page remaining. List ETCC. Route R23L. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Okay.
XL 01 RAM. Dialog remaining. Property page remaining. List ETCC. Route R20. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
So we'll put flight plan on. We'll go, let's try like, I don't know, flap 2. I'll tell you what, I'll put another one out. That didn't sound like a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't think their flaps are a lot in those.
No, they're not. Right, that should be more than enough. Let's try some trim.
I trim, the highest I've ever trimmed an aircraft is like 26 times pressing numpad 1.
Yeah, I don't want to go too much. It's difficult to know what to do with it because, like I say, the balance is off, but I mean, right, that should be more than enough trim. I don't know if this aircraft has the V1 gauge. I don't think I put it in, but we'll go to virtual cockpit just in case. Right.
Oh, I need to spend time putting the V1 gauge in literally everything from...
Well, I have added call-outs to this.
Citations to...
Yeah, this supposedly has call-outs now. I've just put them in the Windows 00 section after all the gauges, so hopefully it's worked. But if it hasn't, we're in for a fun approach. That's not a problem. We can, I mean...
Where did you get the V1 gauge? Because I'm literally, as soon as I hit the ground, I'm probably going to go ahead and do it.
The V1 gauge? I think it was from Flyaway. I can probably upload it. I've still got it. Right, anyway. So release parking brakes and power.
I'm guessing I don't need any extra sound files. I just need to dump the gauge in.
I can't remember, you'll have to use the readme.
Okay.
Right, the rolling sounds in this are a bit... Are we airborne? Yeah, we are. Right, gear up. And we'll start bringing the flaps in. And brings the power back. Anyway, that's us up. Brings the power back
Oh,
now.
it's up and safe.
Adding some more power. Yeah, it's fine. Just the rolling sounds aren't all that loud, so I was like, are we off or not? But yeah, we lifted off fine.
Oh, Ryanair 7777.
Yeah, these sounds are not bad. I used to have the Carrier Kai ones, now I've got these, so I'm trying to compare them. See, the good thing about these is they do have flap sounds for one thing, whereas his, I think they did have flaps, but the issue was that there's no installer. There is no, the installer's not accessible basically, so, and there's no zip folder with them for us to use. So so it was just a very basic pack. Right, I reckon we're good. Let's see what a pilot's life's doing. Oh, you can divert. Okay.
247,909 m. Location. 10 flight speed distance to it.
Yeah, I mean,
current status.
yeah, the interface isn't great.
4708 limiter.
I don't know if you can use object nav. I don't know if there's a map. I don't want to be messing about with it. It's crashing. But we, yeah, it's definitely tracking us.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
And as is Project Fly.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
So no problem. Let's have a look at Tramp and see what our climb rate's doing. We should be hitting about 2,500 for now. Yeah, it's going direct to Asmin, that's fine. Oh yeah, 2,600 feet per minute, we're doing good.
I don't know how I did it yesterday. Somehow I managed a minus 133 or 13 something landing rate in a 744.
Yeah, it does happen. It does. These things do happen. I've had good landing rates in bigger aircraft, and I've had bad landing rates. It's.
Any news on Project Fly V4? Thought it was supposed to be out already.
Yeah, it was supposed to be out already. The news is that Matt Davis has done a Matt Davis. Matt Davis himself has been in the flight sim community for a long time, for years and years and years. And he's burnt a lot of people along the way, and a lot of people have burnt him along the way. And from what I can tell, some people are coming back at him and are causing issues for him, like threats and whatnot. And which is partially his fault, I guess, because he has a certain way of doing things, that he says things how they are. And I guess some people don't like that, but you know, that is what it is. And so yeah, he hasn't streamed since the start of August, and because he sent out an email to Project Fly users asking for donations, not like Project Fly is in any trouble, but oh, there we go, 10,000 feet. But because with all the servers and whatnot, the bill for Project Fly is about 5k a month, and that's coming out of his pocket, because Project Fly isn't self-sustaining at the moment. There are subscription tiers, but people aren't obviously buying them at the moment because there's nothing to gain from doing that. So it has to come out of his pocket. So we haven't really heard any news from him. I hope it comes soon. For the benefit of Project Fly, because as soon as he gets Project Fly V4 up and running, people will start buying the subscription tiers for the simple reason that you get the dispatcher and you'll get the added features. So there's an incentive to do it, and then Project Fly can become not operating at a loss, not even self-sustaining. It can start operating at a profit. So the sooner that comes out, the better it is for sustaining Project Fly. But this has happened before, you know. It happened with Matt last year when when there was the whole thing with, you know, like he was involved in POSCON. Remember that ATC network, and he was involved with a guy in New York setting that up, and the guy was going to fund his Metar simulations company, but then the guy never handed over any cash, so the relationship broke down and Matt nearly lost the company and blah blah blah, and then it got fixed in the end. But you know, this has happened before. But I do think
I would have probably smashed everything to pieces if we'd have lost Project Fly.
Yeah, but I do think the only reason that I say V4 will come out, and it will come out I think pretty soon, is because clearly he's struggling for cash, because they sent out the email asking for donations. They received 1k in donations. The bill monthly for Project Fly with servers, because of the amount of users etc., is 5k. So that's 4k coming out of his pocket, and probably some of it coming out of the company if possible. That's not sustainable. So he's got to find a way to fix that. If the dispatcher can generate enough income to then sustain Project Fly or make a profit, problem solved. That's what he's got to try and do at the moment. Because his A380 and stuff isn't in any obviously state to be released, so he can't make profit from that. So you've got to get it from somewhere, right? But yeah, he's still around. He's still. I think he said he was going to make an update video on everything soon and kind of, you know, say what's been going on. But who knows? I don't see why he wouldn't release the dispatcher. I mean, it's his best shot at getting money back and you know, the future of Project Fly. Because more and more people are using Project Fly. Like earlier, there was about 1,000 connections on Project Fly flying, and with servers and stuff, that's pretty costly. With all the things Project Fly can do with maps and etc., and all the stuff it pulls it from, for one guy to fund all that, which is what he's been doing for quite a while, for the majority of the money, is difficult.
Project Fly, 329 KTS. 17,549.
Right, so we're nearly 18,000.
917
Okay, we're flying away from the airport at the minute. Well, kind of. I think we're kind of just following the routing. We're not heading direct to Alicante at the moment. We're sort of going around the houses to get out of Manchester. Let's see what these sound like with a flyby.
Half an hour delays getting into Heathrow according to the chatter that's playing on frequency.
Oh wow. Yeah, I need to try that as well, Josh, because Marshall tried radar contact the other day, and they must have fixed something.
It was just by chance when I was trying to boot camp my Mac.
Yeah, they must have fixed
Literally
something.
Just by chance, I didn't read everything.
Right, so
I didn't even know how to use the damn thing.
That's on your latest Windows 10 machine update.
Yeah, I didn't manage to boot camp my Mac, by the way. It just
I know,
threw an error after error after error.
Yeah, so they must have changed something, so now it doesn't seem to give the DLL error, so I'll try it again and see if I can get that going.
The only advice I could give is make sure your machine's up to date and run as admin. That's the only thing that I did.
Yeah, well, I definitely ran it as admin when it didn't work before, but I do know my machine didn't update last week. So
yeah,
it's on a new version.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I don't know if you saw on the mailing list as well, Josh, but yeah, Stefan is now rewriting Eurofly 3 from the ground up. He didn't announce it on the Eurofly list, so I thought I'd best put something on there. Because, you know, I guess people need to know why it's not being done. Because, as we all know, the Eurofly 3 code was so basic, it is literally you know, it's like it's so binary. If the gear's down and this happens, you crash. You know, if the gear's not up at this exact altitude, you will crash in a fireball
Yeah,
and die.
I saw that. I think that's for the best, although it might take another year.
Yeah, that's what I said on the list. Like, it's a shame because we're gonna have to wait longer and blah blah blah, and it's gonna take, but it's probably better in the long run. But I think he said he's finishing off any like side projects that he's got. I don't know what other stuff he does. It's probably, you know, not audio games related. And then he's just gonna spend time with Eurofly and just kind of rewrite it from the ground up. Because the issue we were having was, you know, we'd try and put a new feature in, there'd be a suggestion, and you'd have to go back and change loads of lines of code to get it to work. And of course, because everything was done kind of on spreadsheets with all like the specs of aircraft, even that was just like, does it have an APU? Yes, no. You know, can the APU power this system? Yes, no. Whereas the thing is, it's not as simple as that with a lot of the stuff. Sometimes, you know, there's examples where it might work in this scenario but not in another scenario. So it's very difficult to have it when you've just got yes or no style things.
I know he's got a job as a programmer. That's probably his side project.
Right, yeah, makes sense.
Eurofly he isn't making profit from.
No, he's not making profit from. So I don't know whether he plans to make a profit from it, because he said, well, he's dealing with any other projects and then going to spend the majority of his time with Eurofly 3. So I don't know whether he plans to, you know, vastly improve it and make a profit, or whether he's still just going to invest time and have it as a free project. But I mean, that's not for now. The only estimate he gave that, like I said on the list, was he hopes, his aim is to have a first beta version out by the end of the year. But that's not set in
535
stone.
equals your beloved mother, mother of salvation, Virgin Mary. The awakening is coming soon. Equals Jesus Shabla Doderg / Book of Truth equals Crusade Prayer Grup Doder equals Internet
Oh, we've got a
Gebetsgrace.com.
troll.
534 equals your Jesus. Good versus evil is a battle between God, my eternal Father, and Satan. It is that simple. Equals Jesus Shabla Doderg / Book of Truth equals Crusade Prayer Grup Doder equals Internet Gebetsgrace.com.
Is it going to stop? Okay. It's going to stop. I was just going to cut it off. But it stopped. Let me see if I can find out who that was. If it's in Twitch chat.
Troll
then.
on Twitch.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it's not in YouTube. It's some idiot on Twitch. No idea what that was all about. Moving on.
What the hell even was that meme?
It sounded like we just entered a religious education lesson. That was what it was. Something about God, good, evil, Jesus. I don't know.
God, don't take me back to GCSE. Don't. Less than a week away from going on tour, I don't particularly need to be revisiting already. You know, when I'm singing Linkin Park at the top of my lungs, religious education isn't going to be the topmost thing in my life. I'm going to be more concerned about whether I'm going to be able to talk afterwards.
See, where we are going direct to now. Okay, yeah, we're still going towards it, that's fine. I don't know whether I like these sounds. You can hear the engines more in the Carrier Kai ones, but these ones are pretty nice as well.
Oh, that's helpful. I've just had a note saying the pilot must assume responsibility for obstruction clearance when arriving into this airport.
Well, I'd hope the pilot would assume responsibility. I mean, I don't know who else is going to assume responsibility.
Marshall, are you listening to the Heathrow Live ATC frequency or something?
No, I think he's on, your background shadow's on RC4, is it?
Yeah, it's on RC4.
Yeah, it's the pre-recorded background live stuff, well not live, but the pre-recorded background ATC stuff that comes with RC4.
I'm just gonna listen to that utter mess back if I can get it, just see what happens.
Yeah, it's some idiot. They probably go through the whole flight sim section and just post random things and links and crap. Some worthless dickhead who's only just crawled out of his mother, probably.
Ah. Yeah, that's pretty limited, and I turned that off after a while.
Yeah, I guess after a bit the pre-recorded chatter does get a bit repetitive. It keeps saying the same kind of stuff. It would be nice if I can get RC4 working. Like, how well does it work with? I mean, we don't have a perfect ATC add-on, but RC4 is it can't unfortunately do like the procedures like Pro ADCX can do, but I guess it does have some other cool features, like it has the holding kind of thing, and like, I don't know, the controllers have a bit more of a human side.
Yeah, they do have a lot of funny prompts. I had one yesterday when I was off heading, because I'd put it into a situation just to see what had happened. He was just like, "You're off course again, I hope you don't like this, fly heading 070.
You hope, Bob, you hope you don't drive like this.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, we probably would drive like that, so he's not wrong. Yeah, you see, Tramp is now spooling the engines up to not quite full power, but pretty much full power, because we're in the higher flight levels, which is because it is well, because it needs more power, but also because it's still on the indicated airspeed, not Mach.
Oh. Oh yeah, I can see what happened there. I'm gonna scream in a second, you'll probably hear that. Yep, there we go.
See, this right here is what I wish Tramp would fix. You're at full power now and you should be on Mach speed.
Yeah, exactly. We were nearly at full power. I mean, it will need a lot of power because we're in the higher flight levels, but not quite that much. And you see, in real aircraft, they would have a pretty, you know, substantial amount of power going the whole way up. They don't have the engines low and then spool higher and higher. They keep it at a single kind of stable setting to get the best performance all the way up. Right, and anyway, now we're at cruise, so it's brought them back. But yeah, that's what he needs to fix. Has the Tramp developer been in contact with you?
One station at once.
What?
Say, oh, I had like 7 people talking at once on RC4.
Oh dear. Anyway, we're level now.
436 ATS.
400, yeah.
Microsoft President
I can't remember. Oh, I was saying to Josh, did the Tramp developer, has he contacted you about any of it, or, you know, just contacted you at all? Or was he still kind of just being silent?
And we might see the demise of Tramp Son because there hasn't been a version, and no contact.
Well, I hope to God we don't see the end of Tramp, because as annoying as the developer can be, it's the only thing we have really that can take advantage of the plane's automatic systems, other than MCE, which obviously can't do it nearly as proficiently throughout the entire flight. I mean, I guess just because he's been silent for, what is it, a few months or whatever, it doesn't mean he's going to cut it all. He might just be having a break or doing something different, but it's kind of weird that he's like not answered anything at all. But yeah, maybe he's just Stefan version 2. Just disappears down a hole for 5 months and then resurfaces.
Maybe he took a summer break. That's possible.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe he's just taking a break to go do something else, or he's just not available for reasons. There's a lot of things it could be. But yeah. It's Tramp is singularly what I use to fly now, unless it's like a GA or a prop thing, in which case I may use FSXP, but Tramp is, as we all know, far superior. Well, we all know except one person who claims that Tramp is inaccessible. You know what? Yeah. Everyone, this is an illusion. You know how there's a plane here and we're flying along and I'm using Tramp? It's not real. It's not real. I'm not using Tramp because it's not accessible. It just doesn't work at all. So, if you think I'm flying with Tramp, I know I've told everyone I am, but I'm just lying, because Jordan's always right and it's not accessible. So.
LOL.
Should we mention that I abandoned a live session because of everything, so that I could come back and find out what was going on?
I don't know.
so now Jordan is making his own tutorials on FSXP now. The first of 3 are up, so he says.
Yeah, I noticed. I saw it pop up in my subscriptions box and I was like, pretty much exactly the same title as my tutorial. I haven't watched it, so I don't know what he covers. Yeah, what's the betting he covered the same thing? I mean, I'm all for people making tutorials. I have no issue with it, but when they've already kind of been done before, FSX Pilot's very simple anyway, and it has a pretty good manual that you can, if you read through, you get a pretty good idea of how it works. Yeah.
I think he crashed his Bonanza as well.
No. Wouldn't surprise me because you're using P, that crashes a lot of things. I mean, to be fair, he does do some GA stuff, and that's why he uses P for that, I guess, because I would. But he also uses jets with P, which is just like, you know, that just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't get what he's doing. He seems to be like, he has a personal vendetta against Josh, and he seems to like copying me. Like, he's not said anything about me, but he just copies me. We've got the Blind Flight Simmer mailing list, and a video that I already made with like the same title. And the same, like, you know, content, probably.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as I found out that he'd done the Blind Flight Simmer mailing list, I was actually in the dressing room ready to go live, and I ran straight back to the camera.
He hates Orca now.
What was going on?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he
I came
hates
out under the mic
Orca,
back to the bouncer, and then didn't stop until I reached shelter, because it was also pouring it down.
I mean, he basically just hates anyone who points out that he's wrong. But, you know, who cares? He can't do anything. I guess some people just think if they copy a certain style of video or the same kind of content that they'll get the same success as other people, but it doesn't always work like that. It's, you know, each channel is its own different thing. Each person that creates content is their own different thing. So it's not as simple. Right, we are heading in the right direction. Project Flyer is showing that we've only, well, we're only 900 away, and we started out, I don't know, about 930, but that's just because Project Fly just measures it as if you're going in a straight line to it, which obviously we're not.
flaps 1.
$517 equals your beloved mother, mother of salvation, Virgin Mary,
Oh no.
my child. Soon many of the world prophets, visionaries,
another
and seers will no
troll.
longer receive messages. Equals
Crawl
equals
back in
Jesus
your mother's womb,
/book
you
of truth
worthless idiot.
equals crusade prayer grup doter equals internetgebetsgrace.com.
I thought BStream wasn't supposed to read out links, but maybe because when I started it and it didn't update, it unchecked the read text-to-speech box, so maybe it also changed my settings for that.
It's the same troll, lol.
Yeah, he's back again. He's got nothing to do. He's probably a 10-year-old, you know. He's probably sat in his bedroom. He's just had his lolly from his mum, so he's got a bit of a sugar rush, and he's thinking, you know what? I've got to go to bed in 30 minutes. My mum's going to tuck me up, so I'm going to go through Twitch and look at all the streamers who are streaming in the flight sim section and just dump pointless crap in their chats. See if I can get any of them annoyed because of it. So, if it makes him happy.
If he calls me to do a go around, I will find your account details and ban you from my. Thanks, I've already crashed. I've just crashed. Well done. I was tempted to say landing unsuccessful thanks to RC4, but I have another reason to say landing unsuccessful. This is why I'm on the fence about why didn't FSX put sound outside the sim, and why the hell is P3D so intensive.
I'm really curious as to why. I don't get why it's your plane. It's just open when I started the computer. Like, it wasn't open, but it's just there in the running applications taskbar. Very weird.
48.9% revenue.
Director. Yeah, I would have thought by now the frequency would have gone quiet because somebody just crashed, but no. Literally, as soon as I said ban you from my, it crashed like the second I uttered the syllable my.
Oh dear. What were you flying?
Crash 8 Q400.
Oh, that thing.
Minus 1,307 FPM. Cheers! Oh well, at least that wasn't RC4's fault. At least I can actually blame that on someone.
Check if no, they haven't. Had some contracts out to people, so just checking if they've bid on anything or flown anything back.
What's available I can put.
Wonder where I can get RC4 now. I no longer have it.
Or are they all just waiting for people?
So you what, Marshall? What contracts? There was. I think they've all been bid on now. I think they've all got people assigned to them. I'm just waiting for them to fly them back. There's this United 777 that needs to go back. That's been waiting for ages. So if this guy doesn't fly it back soon, I'll just remove him and give it to you, or I'll do it. Josh.
Where's it going?
Oh, it's Honolulu back to KSFO. Yeah, did you have the radar contact things, Marshall, or do you have to... Are they still available for download?
I haven't checked, they were still on my computer.
Yeah, I reckon I've still got them somewhere, so we could probably upload them to the server, because Josh was wanting them, but I don't know whether... Because I think they were on... When they were downloaded, I don't remember, they were on some kind of cloud drive. Service. I can't remember if it was Dropbox or Google Drive or something, but yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna go to the toilet, hope that troll is gone, and then I'm gonna try that again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go and get a quick drink, so I'll be back in a second.
Thank you, troll.
Right, I'm back.
I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that again, but I'm gonna do it in an Embraer this time because I just wasted just over an hour.
Yeah, I really hope this thing has call-outs now that they're supposedly added to it. Otherwise, we can struggle.
It did give me a go around yesterday.
Oh, that's fun with Tramp. Tramp can actually do a lot of different approaches. It can do missed approaches if you select it in the approaches tab, I think. I mean, I haven't tried it, but they're all there. Obviously, at that point, you're too low. You haven't got time to mess about with that, but yeah.
It gave me a go around, and then just as I unpaused and put P on and actually went around, it was just like, sir, I observed that your gear wasn't down when you were on short final. Watch the checklist now, will you?
Okay.
Yeah, you seem to miss all the memes and funny prompts that it gave off last night.
Alright. Is that an option, funny prompts?
No, I think it just randomly does them.
Oh.
Track flight, heading level 3 flight. 841 nm, out, 33,982 feet. Routes, 443 kts. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
I'm just looking for Radar Contact version 4 download now, and if it's there, do you want me to just stick it up here?
Yeah, just put it up here. I'll grab it at some point, and then anyone else who needs it can just grab it in case it ever gets pulled down.
Yeah. Oh, this part's still available. Let's just come up, download a copy. Yes! I'm going to put a copy on my external hard drive as well. not install it there, but just put the files on there. I saw a voice mod as well that I was tempted to install, but I haven't got around to it yet.
How are the voices on it?
They're doable. I'll play a sample file. So I've got one.
And what? So what have you been doing? Just not doing the SIDS and stars?
Yeah, essentially, because what it does is it'll just say cleared to Alicante via published departure procedures and then as file, but as soon as you get in the air, that just gets disregarded. So I always usually have no TAMs on, because usually they're just tell the controller when you're on course by pressing 3. So I usually have those on, so if I end up in a situation where I am on a SID and I can't get out of it, he's not yelling at me.
Oh, right, okay. So do they give you vectors?
Yeah, they will on final.
Right, and have you been putting them in or just leaving it? Oops.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it, to be honest. I've put them in a couple of times and got landing unsuccessful. I put them in yesterday and got landing successful and then crashed.
Oh, okay.
Just now.
And what about if you just tell them you're on course when you're on approach? Does that shut them up?
Yeah, I think it will do.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I need to go into Winwood.
Do you actually put your call sign into RC4, or does it pull it from the livery?
You can put it into RC4.
Oh, okay, that's helpful then.
I'm just trying to get a voice file.
Hi guys, it's Jesse.
Hi Jesse, welcome to the stream. We're just, I just purchased a Pilot's Life today, so I'm just giving it a quick test. Seems to be working alright. I mean, the interface is a bit clunky, but it's tracking my flight anyway.
Oh, do you have to buy it?
Yeah, you have to buy it from Sim Market. I mean, if I'm being honest, it's a little bit overpriced for what it does for us. Because it's basically just like a VA. Well, it's not like I don't know how to explain it. It's basically like you get to join loads of different VAs with your progressive career. Basically, just with a bit of an added on, you know, because it has
cool.
like the shop thing. Yeah, it is. It's nice with what it does. They've done some good work, and I know they are updating it, you know, pretty frequently. So it's pretty good. It's nice to just have, you know, like flights generated randomly for you to do, and that they're linked, you know, because you'll be going around usually like a hub or whatever, or a few airport hubs, so that's kind of nice.
Just trying to find something that's not just a number, like cleared to or something.
Right, okay. Yeah, I'll have to give it a go. I mean, I think it's best probably not to follow vectors, but at least I guess you can do, you know, like SIDS if you'd like, and just tell the controllers to forget your vectors.
Yeah.
I can't remember, does it work with P3D? I bet it probably doesn't, it's pretty old. I mean, it may do. I don't know if it's optimised for that. If anyone knows, Josh will probably know, or Jesse if you ever used RC4, because we had an issue with it not... It had DLL issues in previous Windows 10 builds, but now Marshall tried it a few days ago and it's working on the latest Windows 10 update. So hopefully it's not just a fluke and I can get it to work as well. But yeah.
I'm hoping so. I've restarted the machine on several occasions just to make sure.
RC4 works
Yeah.
with
I've ran
P3D.
diagnostic
Oh, it does work
startups,
with
I've ran
P3D,
normal
nice.
startups, I've run all sorts.
Oh yeah. Hopefully it works on mine as well. Yeah, apparently it does work with P2D nice. Okay, that's good as well. So I can use it with both sims.
I don't know what this is, it's just called A_EBBR.
Right.
Okay. I get the idea, yeah.
What?
I don't know if you have to update RC4's
Go on,
database with nav data.
Put it in your TV, not your PlayStation.
Because
I think the latest Windows 10 has the DLL in place and already registered.
right, okay, that makes sense. That'll be why then. Because yeah, the previous
Hold on a
versions.
second, I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just talking to chat. Yeah, previous versions of
I
Windows.
thought that RC4 not have AirMac data.
Oh, maybe it doesn't. So yeah, the first thing, yeah, previous Windows 10 versions, I got the DLL and registered it, or tried to register it, and it still wasn't working. And then I got another. Well, I got one thing working, but then it chucked up another DLL error, and I just seem to be getting more and more. So, but hopefully they're all sorted. I don't know whether it needs ERAC data, but I know Marshall was test flying it. Oh yeah, here he is, Mark. Yeah, so did you say you were flying the other day with RC4 and it gave you an incorrect runway with what you had in the sim?
Yeah, it gave me an incorrect runway at Moscow.
Yeah.
But I've found a way to combat that. You can select and request runways
RC4 gets the data
based on
ROM
what
scenery.
SimBrief gave you. It comes up in a combo box that you have to object nav to and try and click into. And then it acts as a drop down, so you just press down arrow and it just lists all the runways that are there.
Right,
And
okay.
that's the same for departure and your arrival. So even if ATIS generates, say you're flying into Austin, and
Right, I get what you mean. You
ATIS
can just go and
generates
change
that
it.
It's landing 17s. You can just go and actually request before you start the flight. Request 3.5s if that's what SimBrief gave you, and they'll be okay with it.
And those runways are correct in there?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, someone said it generates the runways from the scenery. The scenery may not be... there may be some parts of the default scenery that aren't correct then, because it's just updated by Navaid packages, which means that the actual names of the runways are correct in the sim, but they're, you know, I don't know, maybe it's possible that there's some things that haven't been corrected fully that RC4 is reading from. Okay, but if you can go and actually change the runways anyway, then if it does that, okay.
Yeah, I'm just looking for another voice file that's a bit longer.
We have
than-
FS error data
just
which I
says
think is more
broadcast.
accurate.
Yeah, I know you have FS error data. I have looked at getting that, but I can't. I know Josh said he had issues with. He thought that was causing problems with it not showing the text for approaches, but I think he fixed that, and I don't think it was anything to do with FS error data. Yeah, it may be that's more accurate with RC4. I don't know. I'd have to try it. Because, I mean, with the add-ons and whatever I've got now, the freeware Navaid's packages are perfectly adequate. They do everything I need them to do. They update.
No, that was due
all
to
the
screen
stuff.
layout.
Yeah, I thought so, Josh, yeah. I thought you found a fix for that wasn't to do with FS error data. Yeah, but maybe with RC4, FS error data will change some other stuff. It'll sort it out. We'll see. I need to actually try it out first and hope that it works on my Windows 10 version. But it did do an update, like I said, last week or whatever, so that's probably got the DLLs set in place already.
Center.
Oh, was another audio clip. Yeah, I get the idea anyway. I guess there are probably voice packs you can stick in there to get a bit more variety.
There is one, but you're about to install 80,000 files.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'd have to look at the size
I
of
would
it.
probably back everything up to an external hard drive or a memory stick just in case, or another folder.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, 80,000 is a lot. I don't need that many. I'll see. I need to actually try it out and see how the voices that it comes with are. They may be perfectly adequate. I'll have to see. I do wish it would be a bit more selective over which voices it uses where, like getting random, you know, US controllers at Heathrow and whatever. I mean, it probably does happen in real life, but it's very rare. It'd be a lot better if the dialects were matched.
Track flight round 452 kts. Round 34,005 feet. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
I'm just trying to get the key generator and then I'll just shove everything up here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you have to use that thing, don't you? Yeah.
Yep, that's still there as well. I need to get the V1 gauge as well.
Oh, yeah, let me see if I can upload that.
Track flight. Menu. Microsoft Flight. Restream chat row 1 column.
Have you got any other
General flight
audio
simulation. Top 5
gauges in there
General flight.
apart from V1 and call out?
Add user above file shift plus F5.
that you
No,
put in?
it just gives you V1 rotate
Above file shift plus
V2.
F5. Open dialog file. TSSD
I wonder
700.
what would happen if I put it in a
Reading level
set.
download select 1. Music select. Download select.
It'd probably calculate it.
Items view list. TSS 1. SASFX. FSX pilot set 1. Skill 24. FSX 3D. FS Scram 700. FS Scram 7. FS Scram 7. Scram 700. FS NTAC. Flight following 1. Eurofly Enhanced 40. FSX pilot set 50. Skill 24 install.
Eurofly enhanced. I've still got an old version of that.
FSX 3. FSX 05. FSX
Yeah, that's the one.
General flight. FSX 04 ESP fixed zip dialog file name. FSX 0. Preview Marshall.
Oh, that's a fix. Have a look what that is.
Client. New client instance. Server submenu.
Okay, yeah,
Channel sub.
local.
Delete menu. Above file shift.
I don't know if that's the actual thing. It probably is.
Text link. General
Let me know what the readme says in that one anyway.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Yeah, we'll do. I'm just about to start uploading RC4. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still there, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, okay, we're over the ocean now because we've lost a few of our external views. So we definitely... Oh, I should have flight following on. I always forget about that.
Oh, damn, yeah, that's on my thing.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Yeah, I always forget to put that on. Not that it'll say anything now because we're over the ocean, but...
$715 million bytes is how much this is. That's going to take a while. That's the main LC installer. Oh, battery level 1%.
Flight following shortcut terminal. Plan. General flight simulator. Bedouin. Track flight project flight. Track. Ground speed. 33,992. 452 kcs. 720 nm. General flight. Flight following short. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
So with the pilot's life then, can you start from the ground up like in props, or does it just start from small jets and end up with whatever?
There are airlines that have props on there. They have Q400s and ATRs, but I didn't get any offers straight away from that. They pushed me straight onto jets like Embraers. There was BMI Regional and the BA City Flyer. That was it. The other ones were all foreign from random places.
Yeah.
So you might get one from like Flybe.
That was funny when I. Yeah, that was funny when I did a BMR flight yesterday. It called me baby on radar contact.
Oh yeah, I think that's their call
Yeah.
sign.
Yeah. Okay. And it also, I'm still trying to figure out a way for it to identify your plane when you're on the ground. For example, you know, say is type Cessna 172.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I mean
But
that's
the way it'll do it,
that's part of the real world clearance. So
yeah, the way it'll do it is you'll select your airline and/or manufacturer if you're flying a Cessna or Piper or whatever in a drop-down box, and then you just have to put your call sign in.
yeah.
It's not the first box you come to that says call sign when you're tabbing round, it's the second. I still haven't figured that out. I really need to dive in and just play with all the boxes in there.
Cisco logged onto the server. Cisco joined channel public area. Cisco left channel public area. Cisco joined channel.
Oh, hi.
Oh, have you got audio, Francesca? You don't seem to be transmitting. Right, I'm gonna go and get these meds. This is still uploading, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, that's alright. I won't be able to do anything with it tonight, probably.
Yeah.
Cisco left channel. Cisco logged onto the server.
Yeah, if you're watching the stream, you didn't
Cisco
have
logged onto
any
the server.
audio.
Cisco joined channel public area. Cisco left channel public area. Cisco joined channel.
Hello?
Yeah, you've got audio now. It's quite quiet, but you have got audio.
What about now?
Yeah, that's louder. Yeah.
It's better.
Okay. The thing is that I got this thing at 50, so I don't know why is that quiet.
Yeah, that's fine now.
Okay, now it's at 100.
Yeah, I can definitely hear you now. You don't need it that loud, but yeah, it's working.
Cool. Hey Declan, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So the thing is that I got B3D up and running. I got it yesterday night.
Oh yeah. Nice.
I got B3D and FSXB running.
Okay. Yeah.
What about some new add-ons? I mean, what can you recommend me?
I mean, you probably want to start out just by getting a plane because B2 doesn't come with many good ones. I mean, you can get loads of freeware off like Riku, do some good ones. Flyaway Simulation, do some good ones. If you literally just Google what you want, like P3D V4 free Airbus or 737, and then download some of them, then you can, you know, try flying with them with FSX Pilot.
Yeah.
Because like,
I'll try that.
all P3D comes with is there's like fighters and a few GA props.
Yeah, I actually flew with the Mooney.
Yeah.
The Mooney thing.
Yeah.
And that works pretty well with the FSX Pilot, I have to say, but it's kind of small. I don't
Yeah,
like
it is nice, but it gets boring after a bit just because it's not got much speed, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's nice.
A. A. S.
Oh, just a second.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're still there, Josh, just so I'm cleared. So, I know the numpad keys and what they do, like numpad 1 brings your nose up. Is it down arrow that's also linked to that that'll bring your nose up, and obviously up arrow pushed it down, and then end is trim up and home is trim down? Because that will probably be easier to use them. But this The reason I usually don't is because this keyboard I use doesn't have like an end and home key, so you have to do different combinations.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Right, okay, yeah, makes sense also.
I'm not sure if that works in FSX though.
I think it does from what I've read of posts on forums when I've been looking at the easiest way, like trying to perfect landings and stuff. The issue with landing this aircraft is just that, like, I think I need to make really small inputs because of the fact that it's freeware and crappy and has no, or doesn't have any proper balanced payload. If you make big inputs, like if you pull up a bit too much, it just smashes itself onto the ground and then you get a terrible landing rate, obviously. So, yeah. So does a pilot's life automatically end the flight, or do I have to end it once engines are shut down?
It will end on engine shutdown.
Okay, it does it automatically. That's nice. I wish Project Flyer would do that. That'd be cool. That's one thing that a pilot's life has that a lot of other things don't.
Right, I'm back. Who's there? What's going on?
I'm there. I'm trying to go and grab something.
Okay. Did you see the religious troll earlier in stream, Francesco?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that was a mess.
What happened?
He sent a load of religious transcripts through and in the end caused me to crash my plane because I was focusing on him and not the call-outs.
Oh God. I see. Sheesh. I'll watch the stream as soon as it finishes, I guess.
I'm just uploading radar contact.
Okay.
Voice logged onto the server. Voice join channel room.
Oh. Here we go. Still only.
Voice left channel room. Voice join channel.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Let me turn you up a bit.
I actually found the download link for radar content.
Oh, I'm just partway through uploading it.
Well, I took let's go with that. So,
Yeah, I need to put it on my external hard drive.
there are some flight plans that really DCX1 import, so I'm gonna upload these.
Oh, what went to import?
It doesn't seem to handle that
I've not tried that yet. I've kept close to. If anything, I've just crossed over the channel. I did Moscow to Heathrow yesterday, but I don't think there was much ocean in it.
well, I'm doing San Francisco and Honolulu, so
religious troll caused me to crash.
Well, you hear the stream or
I was focusing on what he was doing rather than what I was doing and crashed.
something. Get back to his FSXP and then I fucking, I want to get back into
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Josh found the Red contact links.
Okay, good.
I'm still uploading it.
basically it downloaded very fast as the new iPhones.
Oh, Josh joined on the
Yeah,
server.
my upload speed is trashed.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my upload speed is trash.
Who are you watching?
Oh, I'm watching, what's his name, Chewie's streams. From,
Oh, did you see he put a video up? Did you see he put a video up earlier of him landing that full motion sim?
yeah, I saw, yeah, it's the Simfest full motion 747.
I want to fly that at some
What do
point.
you mean full motion? What is
Menu.
full motion? Is that like VR?
No, it's like, basically they have like a sim in a garage, and they basically stripped out a full 747 cockpit, rebuilt it in a garage. They have like a full flight deck that's enclosed, and like the flight deck is positioned on like springs and whatever and mechanics, so it like moves with the motion of the sim. So like if they're climbing,
So this is this like is this like a real flight simulator, or is it in the actual? Is it like a something that a flight simulator, like a flight sim plane or something?
no, it's basically they have a full motion sim, but they for the visuals on the sim they use P3D, but the actual sim itself is a real physical thing.
Oh, okay. That'd be fun to like control your P3T through physical.
Yeah,
in the cockpit.
like flying the 747 with Tramp or something, and like actually feel the plane move and whatever. It'd be really cool. Although if you're flying
Yeah.
with P, it'd probably be pretty painful.
If you're flying with Tramp with no Mach speed, high flight level.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Track flight project. General flight sim. Flight following. Microsoft
Yeah,
track.
if
General
you
flight
were
simulation.
in
General flight simulation.
that
Map.
cockpit and I was flying it, I would probably tell you, hold
51.
on,
60.
otherwise
65.
we're probably going to end up on top of each other. You have been warned,
Microsoft Flight Simulator X01. Microsoft Flight
if you
Simulator X.
know what I'm like.
49.2% RAM used. CPU 57.2%.
Yeah, there is what is it? There was a utility that I found that like has it's basically for these real kind of sims where you can hook up like the cockpit, and then it's got like a bunch of sounds. It's got like boarding music. It's got like all this kind of cool stuff to add to the sim, but it's designed for the vibrate and stuff for the real those.
Oh
physical
right, okay.
happen things.
Yeah.
You probably feel like you're on a space launch when I was trying to get us off the ground.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to get a bad landing with Tramp in that thing, because I guess you can feel the whole
by
thing.
the way, when you do like the whole trim thing, can you tell that like, because when I do trim for takeoff at least, I can't tell that really anything is happening, so I haven't really been doing it when I hit and put immediate sleep and end a couple of times.
In smaller aircraft, like, I don't think you have to do trim, but I have noticed when I've had the V-speed gauge in, if I do trim, we seem to get up a lot earlier. In bigger aircraft, like if they're really heavy, trim definitely helps.
Yeah.
But
I did a lot of trimming a Phenom once when I was following you, and I rocketed off the ground.
yeah, I mean, like this Embraer thing.
Has anybody tried FSXP following? Like you can actually follow planes in FSXP.
Oh, in the near planes thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually
No,
follow them.
How will it like know if your target's coming into land? How will it know to put your gear down?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it actually like follows it and does all that.
But-
And I have tried it with AI, and it did seem to just like, you know, it followed its flight plan, but just carried on at the same moment. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, it followed its flight plan, but did it like, did it, you know, use its speeds and stuff like that to try to keep up with it? Because Ideal Flight has a you know, that shadow aircraft thing where its sole purpose is to follow it. You can follow another aircraft to your destination.
yeah, I don't think it did like flaps and gear, but it did change altitudes and stuff to actually follow the plane.
That's cool. Except, can you tell which plane you're actually following though? Is that actually labeled now? Because I remember when I went and I looked at the airplanes area thing, I didn't know what I was actually. It didn't seem like it was. I didn't know what I was actually following.
It usually has the reg or call sign, I think, in the list.
Oh, okay.
Wonder how that'd work on VATSIM. We could really annoy some VATSIM people.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
what? You telling me for? Oh, that'd be funny, especially if they try and do like aerobatic maneuvers or something.
Yeah.
It's so good. That's like,
Yeah.
Maybe you had to fly in perfect formation.
yeah.
Can you just imagine November 80991 blind pilot flight of 2? I think the controller will probably get very worried and will probably be clinging onto the arms of their chair when we're both doing aerobatics.
Yeah, that's always fun on VATSIM when you have, like, I've had controllers panic a bit when you have one blind pilot. When you start getting two, they're like, oh no. Didn't one close the whole of the airport once when you were trying to get out and like held all traffic?
Yeah. I think one did.
I really hope that with phase 2 of Ideal Flight, we can get a good auto taxi.
Yeah.
Because basically the reason why VATSIM controllers laugh at us is not because we're not following the route, it's because we're crashing and stuff with MSX Pilot.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with Tramp, we can pretty much do a lot of everything.
Steve said that he can eliminate, you know, crashing with his auto taxi. So you can look at the scenery where it's at in relative view.
Yeah, I mean, if it can follow taxiways and stuff, or at least, because I mean, the interesting thing is,
I don't think he'll be able to follow taxiways, but he will be able to make it so we don't crash into
Right,
planes, crash
yeah.
into us.
as long as it can avoid objects, I mean, it's better than what we have. I mean, controllers know we're not going to hit stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've read
Yeah.
on forums that, like, we don't care how you get to the runway, just as long as you don't disrupt other...
Yeah, I mean, you know, because they're going to give us
Or kill
taxi
anybody.
instructions, and they'll give us taxiways, and we can just be like, look, we can't follow these taxiways, but we'll get to the runway. Then they should be alright with that.
Well, I don't even think the controllers, just like the weather, the controllers don't even know, like, which taxi, what you're doing, as long as all they know is that you can get to the runway, so I don't even think you have to tell them anything. You could just be like, okay, you know, I'll taxi via the, you know, and then just taxi.
I mean, it's like, if ground's on, then they'll give you instructions like what taxiways to go on, you know, via this and hold at this point and whatever. And then you have to read them back
Yeah, I'll
and
have to
follow their
ask-
stuff.
Yeah, but I'll have to ask Steve if he can add like because I think what he plans on doing is just making a thing where you know,
Like-
just auto taxis to the runway straight off.
Yeah.
But if we got a hold, then there should be like a hotkey where it'll stop.
Yeah,
till
yeah.
Whatever. Right now.
So it'll do like what FSXP does, just obviously avoiding obstacles.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to use. I don't think it's not. Steve's not going to use a GPS waypoint.
Yo.
I think it's going to be.
Yeah,
I
but
know
it'll be the
Flight
same
does a
kind of
scenery
thing.
index thing, and it reads the
And I'd imagine it won't do what P does and go to like full power when it's trying to taxi.
No.
Who was that who
As a
just
matter of
joined the
fact, it probably
stream?
would use the. It'll probably turn on auto throttle and put it. That's usually what cityflyers do. They'll turn on auto throttle, put in a speed,
Yeah.
and then it'll keep that speed.
Until
General
you
section.
end
Flight
up.
project. Flight following. Restream chat row 2 column. Restream. Land. Land. Click. Edit level 5. Yo. 2130. Button. Router 1531.
What's happening?
Why?
Oh, I'm just looking at my chat, reading it because it was a Twitch message.
I was button router 1531.
Hi,
Apparently,
Ryrie1531. Welcome to the
Microsoft Flight
stream.
Simulator X. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
What were you saying, Josh?
apparently, Steve basically wants, you know, a ideal flight developer wants auto taxi as well, but he just doesn't like taxi. He just wants
Yeah.
to do what he does automatic.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Makes sense.
Especially in like taxiing like a 787 and stuff, and 747. It's hard to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's the one thing that we can't really do realistically. You know, once you're in the air, everything's follows procedures, but
yeah, especially with tram. Yeah.
yeah.
Closest city, Naran, Galicia.
Well, there we go. We're approaching land.
191.6 kilometers.
Never heard of that
Bearing,
place.
160. Currently over North Atlantic Ocean.
Only sad thing about radar contact is that it doesn't have, you know, I do like PF3. And
Hang on, I can't hear you.
OGCs.
It's playing ridiculously loud. That's better.
I wish there was a gauge that we can get that would tell us, you know, no matter what add-on we're using. I mean, we could use MCE to get the info now, currently only. But whether the glide slope / localizers alive, and whether we capture it, stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because I mean, the only indicator we have a minute is the glide slope warning if you're way off. And that doesn't even tell you when you're at the localizer. You see, I'd like a gauge as well, like, you know, the quality wings on departure, and it doesn't really work very well for us, but the first officer at the appropriate speeds will call like flaps 5, flaps whatever.
Well, yeah, but you have to put the V speeds in the FMS.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we had a gauge like we have for the V1 and whatever, because the V1 rotate gauge that I have just auto calculates what the speeds would be in your current config and calls them out. If we had something like that for the flaps, that'd be helpful.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Cisco left channel. Cisco logged out of the server.
Bye.
Oh, who was that?
Francesco.
Restream chat row. General flight simulation team talk. Restream chat row. Track flight project. Track flight project. Distance 545 nm. L 33,999. 480 kts. General flight sim. Microsoft flight simulator. Microsoft flight simulator X.
We're gonna. I'll probably use Project Fly for the next flight, just especially for these longer, like 5 to 6 hour flights. Because you know, I know that I'm headed towards the airport.
Yeah. Matt did say as well when V4 comes out, whenever that is, they haven't got like a Project Fly app, but what they will have is a way for a web browser or whatever on your phone to be able to send you notifications pulled from Project Fly, like when you hit top of descent or if your sim crashes or whatever.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is good.
What about pausing on top of descent? Well, the problem is that a lot of these ATC programs will make you start descending before the top of descent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which for ATCX is not a bad. I mean, I can have tram pause.
Closest city, Naran, Galicia. 151.2 kilometers. Bearing, 165. Currently over North Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
With RC4, have you found a way where you can get it to like identify a plane, so say Heathrow ground, Boeing, Speedbird 185 is type 737 or whatever?
No, I don't think so. I mean, like when it says traffic at 12 o'clock, whatever, it actually does say.
No, I meant on the ground when you're requesting clearances and things.
Yeah, no, I don't.
It's probably a terminology thing it doesn't have.
Remember that? I mean, the terminology was created, but I mean, John, the guy who programmed it, was a real air traffic controller. But I think the terminology has changed since this version came out. Well, not even PF3 does the is type 737. Not even ATC does that.
Oh.
Fox ATC I think does, but it's sappy and you don't want just 3 voices for you.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
Marshall, Windows, satisfy RCD430701.zip.
There's one of them.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, I just saw him.
Closest
Marshall,
city,
Windows, satisfy RCD
by
41.zip.
Viro Galicia. 113.2 kilometers. Bearing, 156.
And there's another.
Currently over North Atlantic Ocean.
pulling the F-18 out on Monday as well though.
You are.
I'm pulling the F-18 out of the hangar on
Closest
Monday.
city, Viviro Galicia. 78.2 kilometers. Bearing, 175. Currently over North Atlantic Ocean.
Track flight project ground speed 478 kts. 33,009. 4 cruise speed and slash it. 33,000 altitude 479 nm. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Oh wow. When you install radar contact without FSX installed, it comes up with a bunch of errors. But I know it works with P3. It's just
Being
not,
crap.
The installer is not optimized for it.
Alright, okay. You just have to push it over and install it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Also going to give an error trying to install IPC4 too.
Closest city, Viviro Galicia. 62.0 kilometers. Bearing, 213. Currently over Bay of Biscay.
We're over the Bay of Biscuits.
Great.
One thing that I do like about IC4 is that when you turn on comms mode. Actually, yeah, no, it does have autopilot, but when you turn on the comms mode, it will first it'll go to ATIS, then it'll go to clearance, and then taxi. Yeah, it's just so it's nice and automatic that way.
Yeah.
Control Shift K.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. You know, like I've put everything in, put the runways and everything in. I want as per sim brief, gotten track ready at the end of the runway. just until I knew that it was all fully working, and then I just let it go on its thing. Just hit,
You might be
gave
able
it power.
to let if it worked the same as Pro 86, you may be able to let radar do control the autopilot too. What you do is you put in the first vector or altitude, and then from then on, Pro 86 will a radar contact will handle the rest with the autopilot. Put in the altitudes. Headings.
I've not really messed with that because I thought I might well crash.
Nah, I'll test it and see if I'm pretty sure it will because it works with Pro 86.
Yeah, I'll see if it works the same.
And then to like resume on nav, you just go to hit space on the heading thing and it will just fly.
S.
Closest city, Aviles, Asturias. 72.2 kilometers. Bearing, 122. Currently over Bay of Biscay. Oh hey, this how'd up so I'm here watching.
Who was that?
Track flight project. Restream chat row 1 column 4. Restream 2120. 20. Yo.
It was
Jis.
what?
2151. Jis catalogist. 20. Okay, it's out so I'm here watching. 21 button.
A message just might be in
Catalogist.
stream chat. No idea how you pronounce that.
Catalogist.
Jace Katalakis or something.
General flight
Hello,
simulator.
welcome
Microsoft
to the
flight
stream.
Microsoft flight simulator.
That's how my screen reader pronounces it anyway.
S.
Well, there's my streak of getting a chat message readout in /every/stream carried on. It's Cat A Lacus BTW.
Okay, now Cat A Lacas. Okay. I will try and remember that. Yeah, the Twitch chat itself is not very accessible with screen readers for visually impaired people.
It is on desktop.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
it's
NVDA
alright.
butchers it for me too. Finally delurked from incognito
it's
mode
pretty
to
good
drop
on
in.
desktop. When you get logged
Enjoying
in on
streams so
desktop,
far and interested for that.
Just a second. Yeah, it really depends on what browser you use, I think, with Twitch desktop. Like, I'm sure one of them just kept reading the messages
Chrome
out
works
constantly. Chrome works good, does it?
Yeah, Chrome works good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I assume that was the same
Well,
person.
if you get
2151. Okay, stop. Jis catalogist.
if there's too much
Loader.
stuff in
Catalogist
chat,
BT.
yeah,
Jis
you have to
catalog. 20.
refresh
No
the
more.
chat
Stream so far. Heading level 5 grade.
for it to
No more
stop
NVDA butchers for you. Finally delurked from incognito mode to drop in. Enjoy.
constantly,
21.
but it'll start
Stream so far.
again.
Heading level 5 grade.
If the chat is
Microsoft
so
Flight Simulator.
busy,
Row 1 column. Microsoft Flight Simulator.
you know, that have over 1,000 views,
Closest city,
Yeah, then it gets
Aviles,
pretty mad.
Asturias.
that gets busy.
25.5 kilometers. Bearing.
Anyway, glad you're enjoying the
117.
stream. Don't worry for
Currently over Bay of Biscay.
for lurking. There's an old saying that
Central
lurkers are the
European time.
backbone of Twitch. So
The we have an advantage with the flight simming section on Twitch and YouTube is that there's not it's a niche within a niche, so there's not many streams to compete with.
yeah,
Space.
yeah. We are a small community in a smaller community as well. So
Go away, Grammarly, as if I need your advert when I'm listening to Go.
they're always popping up. They must spend millions on advertisements every time we go on a YouTube video. Like literally, Grammarly. Oh, here we go again. Oh, how much longer this
Screen
flight's
cap.
taking
General flight
forever.
simulating top.
Where in the world is that
Screen
wireless?
cap Roman column 4. Track flight project fly Roman column 4.
Um,
398 mm.
no, we're not too bad. 398 it said now. So
General flight Microsoft flight simulator. Microsoft flight simulator X. S. A.
do a flyby.
A. A. S.
Why are people letting fireworks off?
I don't know. Shouldn't be any reason to. Must be a personal thing.
Is Chewy live right now, or is you just watching the archive?
Now I'm watching a video of it. I was busy for summer last week, so I didn't get to watch some of his streams.
They're everywhere.
Closest city, Oviedo, Asturias. 8.5 kilometers. Bearing, 58.
How much further have you got to go?
Probably about 390 nautical miles.
Grammarly adds.
Or so.
Gets shotgun also. APL. Is it worth the price on SimMarket? A pilot's life that is. Debating picking it up after reading a bit about it. Sounds awesome.
A pilot's life, is it worth the price? Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. It might be a tad overpriced for what we get out of it, but it's a pretty good add-on if you like kind of having a purpose to fly. And you know, the good thing about it is you're not kind of just flying the same aircraft over and over. You are for a bit and you get used to that aircraft, like, you know, and then you get different and bigger aircraft. So the interface is a bit clunky, but it's usable. Like, now I'm in the main flight tracking screen, Josh, do you still have to use screen review, or can you tab around the info that it's showing now to give more?
No, you gotta use screen view because the map is still there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, well, even like when you use screen review now, you get bits of info, nothing that useful though. But it is tracking the flight, so it'll count towards my first flight for this airline.
Hello.
Hello to whoever that was.
General flight simulation. Restream chat row 1. The chat is waiting for new message. Heading
Look
Hello.
on restream.
Now that scream is going to be particularly challenging, especially
Nick, hi,
in the
Nick.
20-hour
Microsoft
set.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Welcome to the stream.
Closest city, Myers, Asturias. 37.6 kilometers. Bearing, 14.
How are things going with you, Nick?
S.
Things are going well. I am just preparing to leave for my second year of college, or as you like to call it, university.
Yeah. Good luck with your second year of uni, as we would say.
Closest city, San Andres del Robinito, Castile and Leon. 19.1 kilometers.
Microsoft Flight
Bearing,
Simulator X. Microsoft Flight
60.
Simulator X.
Yeah, just be advised, I might, as I said in that iMessage I just sent, struggle to screen that live if it's at the end of a 20-hour set.
I think I've registered it successfully. Basically, with this key generator, you put your product key in the second box, then in the first box your key will be generated, then you just paste it in. I think that works.
Yeah, I reckon so. It's been a while since I did it, but yeah. Hopefully it all works. Did you have yours working before, or did you get the DLL issue?
Hopefully.
I had the DLL issue before once, but hopefully that will. I have to load a plan up to see if
Yeah.
Same goes for Nothing More. This is the time. If it doesn't get played within the first 12 hours, I doubt it's going to get played if we're considering safety as well. On that stream anyway.
Alright, I'm getting the DLL. You know, apparently Windows 10 doesn't have it with latest updates. So.
Oh, that can just
yeah,
die.
I gotta.
Windows 10 version 18.03, 64 bits.
Apparently I'm on... Oh, okay, it doesn't say. It just says Windows 10 version 18. Oh, it does say the build.
Windows 10 version 18.03, 64 bits, build 17,134.950.
17,134.950 is the build number.
Closest city, Benavente Castile and Leon. 14.4 kilometers. Bearing, 158. What plane are you flying?
This is an Embraer 190 E-Jet. It's just a little regional thing because I'm only a regional pilot on a pilot's life as of yet. But yeah, not much is going on with it because we just set up a cruise. I haven't decided on these sounds. They're pretty good. I'll probably stick with them for now for this aircraft.
Yeah.
If Skysong Soundworks makes an updated real-world audio version of an Embraer, I'll probably get them because like his updated stuff that he's been coming out with is really solid.
Yeah, he's updating all his sound packs, isn't he, to like newer versions.
Yeah, and it's got like interior and external, so basically you'll hear the muffled engines from the, you know, if you're going at full power, it's not going to be like in your face.
Right.
Yeah.
And his takeoff rolls are pretty good.
Yeah, I can't remember which ones I have of his. I have his A350, that's pretty nice, and I have his old 737, but I don't use that.
Yeah, I have his new 737 if you want.
Hi Josh.
Oh, someone said hi, Josh, as well. I don't know who that was.
Probably
Right,
Alex,
maybe.
maybe.
Stream chat row 1 column. Is debated. Nick
Is
Santos.
Alex?
Is debated after reading of it.
I'm
20.
not
Hello,
on
Nick
stream
Santos.
anymore.
20 low.
So
Things are going well. I'm just prepared. 20.
once I go on the
20. What's
server,
later? Nick. 20.
quit
Hi,
the
Josh. Heading
stream.
level 5 grade. The chat is waiting. Hi. 22 low. Button. Nick
I
Santos.
think it was Nick. It
Hi, Josh. Heading level 5 grade. The chat is waiting for
didn't show me on here.
Microsoft Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
Closest city, Zamora Castile and Leon. 24.8 kilometers. Bearing, 194.
Oh, so did he update his 737 already?
Yeah, he's got a 2.0 737.
Oh, yeah, it was Nick. I checked. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to check it out.
The thing I don't like about Kyrie Kai is his when avionics are supposed to, like, there's no avionics sounds. Even like I extracted the zip, and the avionics I don't hear them, and then I'll hear them when the engine starts.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
I mean, it's weird, like, just with the avionic, like, all you'll hear is the battery sound. That's it. It's like you're flying a freaking...
Oh, is it like just that really quiet
Yeah.
hum thing? But there's no...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a Sky Song, it's got, you know, the avionics and the APU. Well, I don't know about the... Well, I guess the APU is like, louder, huh? You know, but it's still, I want to hear something other than the freaking battery.
I am planning to continue streaming during college because I mainly stream audiogams through my computer.
Oh, okay. I assume that's Nick. Yeah, you're going to carry on streaming. Nice. Yeah. I mean, if it's just through your computer, it's kind of portable, right? You can just set it up and go wherever you are. Oh yeah, and I also have his Falcon 7X sound pack. Forgot about that one. Because there aren't many Falcon ones out there.
Yeah, I haven't flown my Falcon in a while. I think it's still on default.
Silly question, but what add-on is it to get the nearest city and stuff?
It's an add-on called Flight Following. It was made by a member of the community, Jason. It's on GitHub. Let me see where that was. I can probably drop a link. I don't know if it was... Oh, okay, it was in YouTube. Yeah, I'll see if I can find a link. I have it somewhere.
Closest city, Zamora Castile and Leon.
Oh, you do it through Mixer.
28.3 kilometers.
Yeah.
Bearing, 305. I live in my school, but when I am at home,
Mixer is
I would
nice,
stream
but
Xbox games through a streaming service
Yeah.
called Mixer.
Restream, I can't get it to work right now.
Oh, okay, that's annoying. Didn't like... I can't remember, one of the larger Twitch streamers just moved to Mixer. Or something. But,
Yeah, I mean, Mixer is a lot better for accessibility, I will say that.
right.
I may end up killing Twitch and swapping Twitch out on Restream to Mixer if Mixer fixes my account.
Yeah. There you go. I'll put a link to
Shouldn't
the
be there, yeah.
GitHub site in the YouTube chat with the flight following
Ninja, the
add-on.
biggest Fortnite streamer on Twitch,
Yeah, Ninja,
just
that's
moved
the
to
one.
Mixer.
Yeah, he got paid to move to Mixer, didn't he? Like, I can't remember. It was a massive amount of money. It was a massive contract for him to change.
I shouldn't need a full heavy duty mixer over the next few shows, especially the smaller ones. I'll just do all the live production in GarageBand, and then that'll just go out onto the stream. I mean, I shouldn't need to do much anyway. I have a vocal template. It's usually just set it up and go.
He was paid $100 million to move to Mixer. I don't like Twitch, so I think it is cool.
$100 million to move to Mixer? Fuck me.
Jesus Christ!
Well, he's sorted for life then. I mean, he was probably already sorted anyway with the amount he made from Twitch, but you know, if he needed any more. But yeah, I mean, if Mixer's better for accessibility, then good. But I mean, that is a massive amount. Ridiculous. Mad.
Closest city,
Yeah, no, what I
Medina
mean,
del
right,
Campo,
is
Castile and Leon.
Mixer,
30.9 kilometers.
chat on mobile,
Bearing,
and
27.
everything, like you can,
Yeah.
export your stuff to YouTube. And they don't have a multi. They don't have an exclusive thing where you have to. When you get partnered, you can still multi-stream to YouTube.
Right, yeah. That's useful as well. Seems like Twitch has just kind of stood still with adding new things, really.
Well, I mean, they're adding stuff, but they just don't have. They don't think about accessibility.
Well, yeah, and like the things I see them add just never seem to be used very much. The best thing they've added in like the last year was probably gifted subs, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're not interested in accessibility at all.
To be fair, Microsoft's done that to try to catch up for gaming and all that. Mixer's good, but it needs more exposure. Ninja may get that.
Yeah, I guess that's why they.
No, Sarah's streaming.
Oh, is she? Yeah, I guess that's why they took her across. Took what am I on about? Ninja across, because it brings a load of new viewers across to Mixer, and it's
Yeah.
press.
Restream chat roll. Track flight project. Fly 01. Track flight. Distance 250 nm. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Yeah, I ended up having to stop trying to boot camp last week because somebody was going to get hurt because I was getting frustrated.
Hi. Sarah here.
Oh, hi, Sarah.
Track flight project. Fly 01. Track flight project.
I assume that was the Sarah and not just a random one.
Hi, Sarah here. Track flight project.
Well, I'll
Microsoft
just
Flight
assume
Sim.
it was because
Microsoft
when
I'll
you
Flight
say
stream, I'd
this.
show me the name.
Ninja has enough money to build himself many mansions and still have mountains of cash left.
Well, yeah.
Closest city, Avila
Ninja can do
Castil
what
and
he
Leon.
likes.
11.6 kilometers. Bearing, 175.
I mean, yeah, that's just madness, that kind of money. I don't doubt that streaming on a regular basis like he does, and you have to work, you know, a lot to get those kind of audiences, but no person sat behind a computer playing a video game warrants £100 million. No.
Shit.
Don't trust me with that amount of money if you ever get twice that, because I think the first thing I'll do is go out and buy a studio, and the next thing I'll do is want a full motion sim.
Oh yeah, exactly. If we had that kind of money, we could build a whole flight sim full motion center. You could do. You could buy anything
And
you'd
then
like
like
with that.
start a business for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, a ninja would have money. He's you know, basically building his following with it.
I don't know what he's going to do with it.
And then I'll probably have my isolated vocal booth down the other end, so that I'm
Ninja
fully
equals Scrooge
acoustically
McDuck.
treated, so that if I need to go in
Also,
there and scream
Amazon
at
owns
trolls.
Twitch. Amazon's accessibility is awful. A&D. Yes. Yes. I don't get how footballers are worth 80 million, let alone 100 mil for streaming. And yo Sarah, sup?
Yeah, exactly. Someone just said in chat about footballers. It's the same thing with footballers. Again, sure they do a lot of physical work, but again, no guy running around kicking a ball is worth £100 million either. Laugh out loud.
If we did ever get to that stage, just remember I might well need an isolated vocal booth down the other end if we keep getting trolls.
Mm.
So I can run in there and scream at them without it going through and distorting.
Closest city, El Escorial, Madrid. 22.9 kilometers. Bearing, 48.
Yeah, that was the whole thing with whoever said about Amazon owning Twitch. Yeah, because they used to do the whole Amazon Prime, and used to not Amazon Prime, like Twitch Prime was linked with it, and you could get, you know, a load of benefits with it, like ads removed and stuff. And then they took a load of the benefits away, and you have to buy a whole new thing with it now just to get it. Because it used to be if you had Amazon Prime, and you could get those benefits, but because they're money grabbers, they took it away.
Hi Sarah.
Jesse's still there. Hey Jesse, I don't know if you've been in the background, but welcome back if you weren't. Yeah, how have things been going, Sarah?
mean, I don't know who decided to put me in room 64 for French last year, but they did pretty well. That did have a side vocal booth in there, if I needed it.
Good. Considering.
It's going good.
Isolated,
That's
but
nice
it would
then.
have done the job.
Yeah, I mean, when did we get back off vacation? Like back end of last week. So we've just been getting things sorted after that. And I haven't done a lot of flying really. Did a few long hauls, but that's about it. So.
I'm back. I was just talking with my friend. We're about to hang out and eat Lebanese food. I have never eaten that kind of food. Here at sister's house. Closest city, Mestols, Madrid. 1.7 kilometers. Bearing,
Oh well, enjoy that, Jesse. I
351.
can't say I've eaten that either, but enjoy that.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, just Jesse was saying he's going to eat some food with his friend, I think. Oh no, Nick, sorry. Enjoy that, Nick. And no, Jesse's at his sister's house. I really wish Restream would read names, it'd be so much easier. About to eat Lebanese food. No, I've definitely never had that. I don't even know what it is made up of. But there we go.
So. Did I miss anything?
Did you miss anything? Not really. Just been flying along and chatting. Not too much. You might all get to see a spectacular crash landing soon, if my callouts didn't work.
I downloaded the DLL and zipped it and registered it. Should be good now.
Oh, okay, nice, yeah. Hopefully. Yeah, I think I managed to get that working, and then I got another DLL when I tried to get it to actually... It was something... There was an issue with it playing the voice recordings. It wouldn't do it. So, I just gave up then, but hopefully that's all sorted.
Yeah,
Going to a Mexican place.
That's alright.
Oh, Mexican place. I've had that. Yeah, I've had Mexican before.
One of the biggest Fortnite tournaments just happened and a 16-year-old got $3 million. That's definitely enough to pay for
still
college.
I didn't even know
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Whoever that was, Nick. Yeah, the 16-year-old won the tournament. I mean, life transformation. Yeah, if they're smart, they'll make that last.
Wait, what about the tournament?
Oh, the 16-year-old won.
Closest city, Arganda, Madrid.
The recent Fortnite
11.7
tournament and won
kilometers.
like $3 million.
Bearing, 300.
Oh yeah.
Restream chat row. Track flight project fly over. Track flight distance 171 nm. Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Alright, we should be nearing descent soon, about 170 away, and we're just over Madrid, so it shouldn't be too long.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd do if I would have done that, if I would have won that much. probably get this whole place acoustically treated first. Been meaning to do it for a while, but haven't got around to doing it. It's just a lot of work. And if you mess up, you are in a mess.
I'll be back, guys.
Of course, that's chump change in pro sports world. That's a signing bonus for the NFL and MLB.
Oh yeah, I mean in terms of what people actually can achieve in those kind of areas, then
Sarah is ideal flight working.
it's nothing. But to an average person, I mean, I don't know what this lad had won previously, but I'd imagine nothing like that. It's like winning the lottery, I guess. You know, I mean, even compared to the lottery, it's a small amount, but I mean, 3 million is still life transforming in many ways. And I assume that was Jesse asking about Ideal Flight. There's a new preview
Yeah.
out today, isn't there? Yeah. Shouldn't be too long till the public version comes out. I'll probably give the trial version a go and we'll see. But yeah.
I do not need another ad about
Cool.
stupid. This Japanese guy advertising for Grammarly.
You see
I
that
think of it
many
this way.
these,
I'm 20 years old and the biggest amount of cash I have touched is $5,000. Closest city, Tarancon, Castilla-La Mancha. 22.6 kilometers. Bearing, 234.
yeah, Nick, I mean, I assume that was Nick, let me check. But yeah, exactly, I mean, it's, yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't see that amount, 3 million every day, unless you're in areas where it's often there, and then, you know, it's kind of the norm, isn't it? It's money's there to throw away. Which is often bad in some ways, because then you do throw it away and you use it in ways that aren't positive for you, etc. But you know, really depends on the person. And what was the other thing? Can't remember what I was going to say.
Double header. I don't need 2 in a row.
Oh, that's what I was on about, wasn't it? Adverts, yeah. You see so many of these con adverts that are like, you know, people, and they'll be like, can't believe people are working in this old way, still, you know, in normal jobs. You should quit all your jobs and start your own online internet, you know, business or whatever, and do, you know, they're like, they basically try and claim to you that because you're not making millions, you are a failure and you should reevaluate your life. But yeah, they're usually cons.
Do you have an Xbox or are you just interested in flight simulation?
No, I don't have an Xbox. I have like delved into some other audio games in the past, just on PC, but not Xbox.
Ad blockers FTW. Also, I'll gladly trade you a Grammarly ad for a Go Compare ad.
Don't know what's worse, to be honest.
What?
Oh, someone said I'll trade you a Grammarly ad for a Go Compare ad. I haven't seen them in ages, actually. I don't get many of their ads. They always used to pop up on the TV.
Closest city, Cuenca Castilla La Mancha.
Yeah.
11.9 kilometers.
The trend with me at
Bearing
the minute seems
55.
to be universities and colleges. I'll be in the middle of singing on YouTube to a track that I haven't got downloaded, and one of them will come up.
Yeah, I need to get some sort of ad blocker. I assume there's one for like iPad. I usually watch videos on my iPad, as well as PC.
Edfield 01 Gram. Dialog model 31.1 M0355 HD 205.6 M025. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
I hate those business advertisements, and I am a business owner and have been for almost 6 years.
Yeah, those ads are just cons. There'll be people and they'll be like, you know, oh, I woke up one day and quit my job and, you know, because I suddenly believed in myself I could start an online business and now I'm a millionaire. It's like, sure, that comes around every so often, but it's not as simple as that. Don't make it sound simple, because it's not.
Boris Johnson's off on one. I repeat, Boris Johnson is off on one.
Good. He's telling the Germans and the French that Parliament can't block no deal, which they can't.
I agree with you. Sure, it does take belief, but it also takes a lot of work and rejection. It took us 5 years to grow a business to where it is now. It does take time. Closest city,
Yeah, exactly.
Cuenca Castilla La Mancha.
Exactly, Nick. It's not.
44.7 kilometers.
It's very,
Bearing
very rare
334.
that you have a business or a business idea that, you know, like literally overnight transforms. And if you do, then it probably doesn't last forever. You get a quick fix, and then, you know, that's it. But it tends to be the businesses that grow slowly but actually have a sustainable setup that thrive in the long term, I guess.
God, not again.
Fortunately, I am partnered with a biotech company that has no competition. That really helps a lot because it creates a lot of space for your business to grow.
Right, yeah. I guess a lot of small businesses fail in the in crowded marketplaces where there's a lot of competition, because there's obviously businesses that are already well established in the area. So you've got to offer something different, or find an area that you can kind of make your own.
Track flight project flyer 01 column 2. Track flight this 83 NM. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Closest city, Requena Valencia. 43.9 kilometers. Bearing, 73.
Damn it.
Oh yeah, I should tell this. I had talking of boppets. There's a load of there's someone who basically had a massive group of VI friends and invited them all into the Eurofly group, and a lot of them knew nothing about flight sim, and a lot of them were from India, so they couldn't speak very good English anyway, and they all kind of spread chaos around the Eurofly group for a bit, and then kind of it went away. But one of them last week messaged me and said that they'd got some boppets, a load of boppets that they wanted to ship to me from India, and I could use or sell in the UK. So that was interesting. I don't think boppets are kind of on the down here, and I definitely don't want them.
No, I managed to beat mine yesterday when it fell out of the cupboard when I was looking for cables.
Alright.
I won't try and beat it now live on stream unless you really want me to, because it took me like 10 attempts.
I know, it's a right pain. Once you get started, you just keep going until you've done it.
When was the last time you tried and failed, or tried and succeeded to beat one of them?
Oh, probably like a year or so ago. I think I got a mini one for Christmas, not last Christmas, but the Christmas before maybe. Just as a random like side present thing. And I don't know where it is now, but yeah.
Ah. Shut up. Go away. I want to start.
Closest city, Almansa Castilla-La Mancha. 24.5 kilometers. Bearing, 140. I never beat mine, but that was in 2005. LOL.
Yeah, they are addictive when you get going until you beat them.
Yeah, I did it in 10 attempts. Last time I did it in 2017, it took me 20. I hope no one ever tries to make me beat the French one or the German one, because I won't do it.
A minute, yeah.
Closest city, Villena Valencia, 11.7 kilometers. Bearing, 130.
If I had one available to me on the day that everything went wrong with French.
Track flight distance 31 m.
Yeah. Right, I reckon it's going to descend on the star soon because we're going to overfly the airport and then probably do the usual turn back in strange thing, but there we go. Alright, we go. Talk of it. We're on the descent.
I've ended up with all sorts of random stuff over the years.
Yeah. We always do.
47.2% RAM use. CPU liquid use 0.3%.
A good amount of random things. It just accumulates. Anyway, down we go. Hopefully it's an uneventful landing, but we'll have to see. I don't like landing this aircraft. It sometimes bounces, and who knows if we've got call-outs.
Yes, I did notice that Embraer's bounce.
Yeah, I have had it do that a few times.
Not you with your sushi class and your Grammarly again!
Closest city, Yukla Murcia. 14.2 kilometers. Bearing, 350.
Marshall, Windows, left channel. Marshall, Windows, logged out of the server.
So what happened there with Marshall's, I guess this is internet.
Marshall, Windows, logged out of the server. Marshall, Windows, join channel root. Marshall, Windows, left channel root. Marshall, Windows, join channel.
Come on, it's
I've got you.
good, because it's just been crap.
Closest city, Almansa Castilla-La Mancha. 5.5 kilometers. Bearing, 51.
How much further has this fight got to go?
We're pretty much getting there now.
Right,
We are
54 nm.
54 away, but we're just like overflying. We're just coming to about 21,000.
Okay. Damn it. If it sounds like I'm making a mess, I am.
Closest city, Almansa Castilla-La Mancha. 28.7 kilometers. Bearing, 130.
Great. Now my headset died.
Oh, really?
It died and then I put it back on,
Okay.
even though it's got very little power on it.
S.
Yeah, I'm probably, I should be able to have a look at radar contact tomorrow if it throws up anything silly. 'Cause I don't
Yeah, I'll
think
give it a
I'm
go.
gonna,
We'll see.
I'm gonna log out now. I don't think I'll be able to see the landing.
Right, well, it
So
should
I'll see
archive
you
itself. I don't know when it will, but I'll see you later.
Alright, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. My headset is running on the last dregs of its battery. That's why I keep hearing it clicking.
Right, yeah. It's alright.
Apart from when I do, then that's me. I'm messing with one of those Nerf things. I just tried to assemble and disassemble it and dropped all the pieces. Just tried to assemble and disassemble it and dropped all the pieces. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow before it clicks again.
Yeah, well, I'll see you in a bit.
Marshall, Windows left channel. Marshall, Windows logged out of the server. Track flight project. Out 18,021 feet. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Closest city, Almansa Castilla-La Mancha. 4.0 kilometers. Bearing, 127.
Track flight, altitude, 11,899 feet. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Right, coming up to 10,000 feet. I'm coming here just to watch our speed so we can start extending
Dialog Marco 1.7 M0 o'clock 18 initially, 38.7 M0 06
flaps as needed.
47%. Buses outside mix left channel outside mix. Buses outside mix logged out of the server. Route ASTR2. 10,990 feet. Fill AM. Desk. 100. HDD. 25. 00100. Alt. Minus 800 FT slash min. 250. Minus 1400 FT slash min. Minus 1400 FT slash min. 250.
Okay, so it's going to 250 knots.
Minus 1300. Alt. 00100. Alt. Minus 1300 FT slash min.
Okay,
250.
good.
Minus 12. 250. S. 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 ES. 250. Buses outside mix logged onto the server. Buses outside mix join channel outside mix.
Closest city, Villena Valencia. 4.9 kilometers. Bearing, 109.
ES. 215.
Alright, slowed us right down on the arrival. We'll put out some flap.
ES. 210. Minus 1. Alt. 200. ER 10 100. Minus 650 feet. Desk. Fill ASDR 2 6,460 feet. ISD 6,140 feet. S. 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 A. 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 S.
Closest city, Elda Valencia. 2.8 kilometers. Bearing, 354.
Aqua ASDR 21, 5,640 feet. ASDR 21, 4,620 feet. Field AS 3,590 feet. Field ASD 2,970 feet. G.
Right, we'll put the gear down there. Then we should be good.
Field ASDR 2,540 feet. Question.
Closest city, Elche Valencia. 4.0 kilometers. Bearing, 190.
Right, we're all set. Spoiler should be
Field
armed.
ASDR 1,890 feet.
Doesn't look like the callouts are working, but we'll have to see.
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Right, we'll get rid of that and put sleep mode on.
Sleep mode on.
Yeah, I need to have a look at this Boeing call-out package. It doesn't seem to work properly. That's alright, we'll do our best.
Alright, I'm back for final approach, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that was good timing, yeah. We pretty much are.
Marshall left?
Yeah, he went, yeah. Alright, AP's out.
Sync rate.
Come on, plane. Oh, sync rate. Oh well.
Pull up.
Ow. Are we down? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, reverse. Braking. I hope a pilot's life doesn't mind about landing rates.
Well, they kind of do for experience, but.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like it'll end and it'll go, but you're not gonna get as much experience from a.
Oh, well.
Whereas, you know, if you had a good landing weight over, you know.
Yeah, makes sense. As long as they actually log the flight.
I mean, you're probably not gonna get as much money either.
Closest city,
but, you know.
Santa Pola, Valencia.
Yeah.
9.2 kilometers.
Oh well.
Bearing 181.
Best I can do without call-outs. Right, and bring the flaps up. Like, this plane doesn't like to descend, so I had to manually push the nose down a bit as well. So. Right, we'll stop engines here. We'll check a pilot's life in a minute.
It probably stopped already. It stops at like right as you know, so it probably. You
Oh,
see
okay.
a table.
Right, makes sense. Right.
Track flight project fly 01 column 2. Track flight project fly document. Flight files and export heading level 3.
See what Project Fly says.
IFR. Landing minus 2220.
Ow, yeah, I was like minus 2,000 on Project Fly.
Cancel.
Right, I'm not going to submit that on Project Fly. But that doesn't matter.
Nicholas Webster. Red. Are you sure you want it?
That
No
is,
button. Loading.
that is horrible.
No next button.
Yep. I'm surprised it didn't bounce back into the air,
Screen chat
actually.
row 1 column. General flight simulation team. Flight following shortcut row 1 column 4. Symbol world of pilots life row 1 column 5. Symbol world of pilots life. Data grid table. Row 0 row. Elson row 0 CFE 7321 selected.
Okay, nice. Yeah, it's
Row 1
put
row.
back
Row
on
1
the
null
table,
selected.
so it's
Row 0 row. Aircraft row 0 198.
done that. Oh, I see.
Aircraft
So
landing row 0
it's,
19 FT slash mid selected. Aircraft landing row 0.
yeah, that pretty much got the same landing rate. I need to add call-outs to this aircraft. Oh, see why they're not working.
XT row 0.37 selected. Flight detail row 0 departure 2019 slash 08 slash 17 18 57 25 ETC Railway International Airport. Manchester selected.
Okay, I see. So that's all filled in. So then the next
Row one,
flight we
row
have
one,
to
null
do is
Aircraft row.
oh, I see. They're just the completed flights. It doesn't actually show me that.
Aircraft row 1.
But
Yeah, when you open up when you go to current flight, it'll either when you go to current there's a what is it? Go to
Microsoft
next
Flight Simulator.
flight button there, I think.
okay, yeah. I assume it. I think it's the return back. So
Yeah, it is. Return back to Manchester.
yeah.
S. A. S. Restream chat row 1. General flight simulation team. Flight following shortcut row. Flight following.
Anyway, that's going to do it for the stream. Enjoyable flight. Not so so good landing, but at least we got the first flight logged
How
on.
did
a pad
how did the manual approach go? Like, you know.
Oh yeah, the approach went fine. Yeah, if we had call outs, it would have been okay. I think the AP came out about 200 feet or something.
Menu. Microsoft Flight 01 column. Restream chat. General flight sim.
Yeah.
3.2.1.
I'll have
64
to
bit window.
try some different
The problem
approaches.
is, I wonder if it like did you actually go to a runway or did you just kind of?
Yeah, I think we were, because Project Fly showed the distance before I closed it as being at the airport.
Yeah, but at the airport doesn't mean on a runway though.
Well, I mean, I assume so, because it had a runway added in.
Oh, okay.
It was going for runway 10. It just went end of star and then just manually flew
Closest
down to the
city,
runway.
Santa Pola, Valencia. 9.2 kilometers. Bearing 181.
Microsoft flight sim. Flight following shortcut.
Get rid of that.
Op 64.
Right, yeah, that's going to do it for the stream. Anyway, nice flight. I may do a stream tomorrow and do the return after I've got the call-outs with the aircraft, and we'll carry on with the pilot's life, or we'll do it another day, but we'll work it out. And
Major window.
yeah, enjoyable. I will see you all in the next stream.
Stop streaming.